Assalamu alaikum. I'm Naomi Saif. I wanted to do a tag about random things about me. I saw one that was 50 random things about me, and I couldn't think of 50, so I have 35. So here we go. So one would be, my nickname is Ñeca, if we can say it. Ñeca. Ñeca short for muñeca, which is Spanish for doll, because I've always been petite, and I guess I was so small, I was preemie when I was baby, so they called me a little doll, Ñeca. So my family, all my family members and my closest friends call me Ñeca. I am 5'2". I am the second oldest of 5. I have an older brother. I was born in Chicago. I went to cosmetology school a long time ago in 1999 and realized that it wasn't for me, so I'm a beauty school dropout. I then went on to be a licensed casualty insurance broker, which means I sold car insurance, and that was in the early 2000s. Definitely a hustle, not for me. And I am currently in school now. Yes, I am a Phoenix, and I am currently pursuing a degree in communications, and inshallah, I will be done by the end of this year. I think my last class starts in November, inshallah. I have been wearing glasses since I was 6 years old. I'm 35 years old. I now live in Southern California. My favorite color is green. My favorite birthday was my 30th birthday. It was nothing special. I was alone, actually. I think I was just anticipating turning 30. It was my 20s was just an ugly decade. And so I was just looking forward to it, and it was beautiful. I think that you become grown when you get into your 30s. So I do not like to drive. I was named after my mother, Naomi. I do not watch the news, and I do not listen to the radio. I do not like talking on the phone. This might be common for moms, especially those of us that have littler ones. I have 5 kids, and they range between the ages of 16 and 1, but still, it's like when the phone rings, if you have kids, you know what I'm saying. When the phone rings, it's like an alarm goes off in the kids, and they either start going wild and crazy, or they start sneaking off. Either way, no, I don't like talking on the phone. I do not have a Facebook or Twitter. I do not watch reality shows, but I'm going to give my definition of a reality show, because another random thing is I do watch House Hunters. It's actually like my favorite show, House Hunters and House Hunters International on Hulu. And I do watch MasterChef. But my definition of a reality show is what I call a peeping Tom show. So I used to watch Mob Wives. I used to watch Love and Hip Hop first season, and I just don't watch them anymore. They make me feel like a peeping Tom, and I just don't want to be looking in people's business, and so I don't do reality shows. Okay, almost done. We do not, in my family, we do not buy milk, not from cows. We have nothing against the cows, but we, without getting into in depth, you really should look into what's in milk. So, inshallah, this year, we plan on looking for a farm and trying to see if we can get some fresh, real milk. So, to substitute the milk, we drink almond milk and coconut milk sometimes. A few other things is we eat raw cheese. You can buy that at your stores. You just gotta look for it. Another thing you might want to look into, if you're like, why do they eat raw cheese? You might want to look into what is animal rennet. It is in Kraft cheese, it's in Velveeta's cheese, and it's not nice. So, without again getting into a whole other topic and spew about healthy foods and all that stuff, look into what animal rennet is. I mean, I suggest for people to look into everything you eat. Look into everything you eat. You know, spend a day collecting the wrappers and whatever, and of all the things that you eat every single day. And then when you have time, look into it. You know, things from your milk to your cereal to sugar to, okay? So anyways, that's a whole other video. All right, so no milk, no cow milk, raw cheese. We eat natural, organic foods. One thing about eating natural and organic, it does require that you go to the store more often. You know, you shop more frequently. You shop like day to day because you want fresh fruits and fresh vegetables. So it's definitely not an easy thing to do. However, it's worth it, you know? So, we eat, my family and I, we eat halal meat only, and we only eat meat about once or twice a month. You know, we have transitioned, my family and I, into eating healthy only about 3-4 years ago. And it started with cutting out the MSG because my oldest son at the time was about 13, and my daughter very hyper. I hyper also. And long story short, started off with the MSG, looking it up, cutting it out of my children's diet. It took about a month or so. Noticed a huge difference. How everyone seems to have calmed down. Even myself, I would experience anxiety when I'm driving. I still don't like to drive. So, okay, so start off with the MSG. Started looking into everything in our cabinet that we eat and stuff. And I say all that to say that I am now relearning I have been for the past 3 years, relearning how to cook, relearning how to prepare meals for my family. And one thing that I found out is that meat is not required every day for every meal. No, it's not. And, again, research, if you look into how long it takes for your body to digest meat, you might not want to eat it 3 and 4 times a day. So we eat fish, my children eat lots of fruits and vegetables, and they like it. And if they don't, they still have to eat it. So, but anyway, so yeah. Meat once or twice a month. We eat fish. Okay. My husband and I, we drink at least 3 cups of green tea a day, at least. Sometimes 6, we have it with honey and cinnamon. Sometimes we add vinegar and apple cider vinegar and organic apple cider vinegar and some freshly squeezed orange juice, especially when we're sick, like me. I've been feeling sick, or the kids. Also sliced ginger with green tea is good, and honey, cinnamon. So I love chai tea. I just love tea. So, but at least 3 cups of green tea a day. I cannot swim, but I'm learning. So it's another random thing. We bake bread. We have a bread maker, and inshallah, we're trying to slowly but surely, again, like I said, we're learning how to cook. Once, learning how to recook and learning how to look at food differently. We should look at food as fuel, not as fantasy, lust land. It can taste good, like how we explain to our children. You can eat whatever you want. We just have to find, an organic, natural way to make it. If you want hamburgers, we can do it. It just has to be halal. It has to be raw cheese, fresh bread, and if you, are addicted or you want to eat things that there is just no organic or healthy way to make it, then you shouldn't be eating it, like Oreos, the filling in that Oreos, and that stuff is it's delicious, but it's not good for you, So anyways, we also juice our own juice. We have a little juice maker, and it's a headache to clean, but it's worth it. I haven't bought juice in about 3 years, so alhamdulillah. So a few other random things about me. I believe that everyone should learn how to make sofrito. Sofrito, please YouTube it, Google it, look it up. Sofrito, sofrito. I'm Puerto Rican. I grew up eating it, but I didn't even learn how to cook it until this year. It is, if you can pull off learning how to make sofrito, you will never have to buy broth for your soup. You will, I mean, you use it for your beans, you use it for your soup, you use it for, put it on your meat, but it's, just to give an idea, it's a mixture of cilantro and garlic and onions and all types of stuff. So please look it up. I believe everyone should learn how to cook it because I learned late. So anyways, we use honey to sweeten everything in my house. There's no white sugar, nothing unnatural. You know, white sugar is just not natural. Again, research. So we use honey, you know, with our oatmeal for breakfast, honey in our tea. My husband makes these wonderful pancakes from scratch. He uses honey. You know, we use agave syrup, you know. So anyways, my husband, his family, his lineage is from Guinea-Bissau of the Balanta tribe. And we recently have done our DNA through African Ancestry and through Ancestry.com. So that's how we were able to trace his lineage, alhamdulillah. And inshallah, one day we'll be able to go and visit the lovely country of Guinea-Bissau. And, you know, it's at least half Muslim, alhamdulillah. I, myself, am Puerto Rican, born and raised in Chicago. But my grandparents, I'm Puerto Rican, you know. So, and my mixture is I am 50%, maybe 51%. I'm half Spaniard, because the thing about Puerto Rico is that, you know, I'm sure lots of people know we are a mixture of things, but not everyone is mixed with the same things or the same amount, you know. So my mixture is Spaniard, you know, half Spaniard, predominantly from my dad's side, and I am a quarter West African, and I'm also mixed with the native Taino and some Arabic. See, I didn't even know about the Arabic, but then I thought about it, and if we do our research, Spain was Muslim, and, you know, I'm a nerd. I love to research everything. So, inshallah, I can include a copy of my results from Ancestry.com and African Ancestry. I am, being a female, I am West African predominantly from my mom's side, and so I was only able to go through my mom's side, you know. And so, long story short, I wasn't able to find the West African country because my grandmother's father is African on that side. And so I'm going to have to see if one of my uncles, you know. So, inshallah, I can find out where in West Africa my lineage is from. And I am bilingual. I speak Spanish. And the last random thing, making 35, is I'm learning Arabic. So, alhamdulillah. Please join in on this tag. Like I said, I think it started off with 50, and I couldn't come up with 50. I have 35, so just whatever. Knock yourself out. Just random things about you. Tag, hear it. Assalamu alaikum.